my name is Gina Cruz, and this is my final review for EDSP 5308. And my focus student was my son Elijah Cruz, and he is 7 years old and is in the 2nd grade. And I chose Elijah as my focus student because he is a pretty typical average kiddo. However, he is displaying some negative behavior in the classroom. He does perform well on achievement tests. He's had a cognitive skill battery done as well, and that did show some minimal deficiencies. So I thought he would be an interesting person to do these assessments on. I performed a behavior rating scale, professional questionnaire, curriculum-based assessment, behavior observation assessment, environmental assessment, transition assessment, and he did a student journal as well. So first we started off wanting to clearly identify the behavior, and I did that through a professional questionnaire. So Elijah's teacher filled out a questionnaire, and that did confirm the behavior that I had suspected, which is that Elijah is talking to classmates during instruction periods, he's playing with items in his desk, he's asking to go to the bathroom or get water frequently, and he is just getting distracted on the tasks at hand. Let's see. Okay, and so then I also filled out a behavior rating scale, and that also confirmed that the behavior happens at home as well, and that attention is Elijah's primary weakness. Again, I'm not as concerned about what I call that, whether it be ADD or ADHD, but I want to see and determine the root cause of that issue so that we can work to improve it. All right, my goal for Elijah is to stay on task. I want him to be able to complete his assignments efficiently and learn all that he can learn. Now, his teacher did a curriculum-based assessment as well, and this helped us to be able to identify. I wanted to know, is this behavior happening certain days of the week? Is it happening with certain subjects? Is it happening at certain times of the day even? And so what this curriculum-based assessment did was it took 4 different subjects: reading, math, social studies, and science, and his teacher Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday would mark down with a tally each time that off-task behavior occurred, so that we could count up and kind of track and see if there was a pattern with his behavior. And what that did determine for us was that Elijah seems to experience or display the most off-task behavior in the subjects that are less concrete, that are more abstract in nature. So things like reading, math, and social studies was where we saw the greatest off-task behavior occurring. Science, however, was a subject that Elijah likes very much, and they're still doing experiments in the 2nd grade, so it's a hands-on activity. And so he really did not display any off-task behavior in science. We also noticed from that as the week progresses, Elijah gets more tired. And so he has his most effective, efficient days Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where Thursday and Friday, he just sort of started to check out a little bit, and we would see more of the behavior occurring in those subjects. So that was helpful to analyze so that we can see what needs to go on, what needs to happen differently. Is the teacher teaching in those subjects utilizing Elijah's learning style? Is she teaching in a way that providing him with instructional modifications that allow him to learn the most that he can learn? Of course, my goal for Elijah is for him to stay on task and complete his assignments efficiently and accurately. All right, let's see. We also did a behavior observation assessment. Actually, the one that I just talked about was the behavior observation assessment. The curriculum-based assessment, rather, was when I wanted to measure Elijah's math fact speed, specifically addition. I wanted to be able to see over a period of 1 week doing the same 25 math problems mixed up in a different order, how fast could he complete them with accuracy, fluency, and speed? And so we looked at that, and he started off a little bit slower in the beginning, and he was able to progressively get faster as he moved along through the week, actually with 100% accuracy in fluency, speed, and in the accuracy. So that was impressive. What I really enjoyed about this activity was that it demonstrated for me that Elijah is able to think quickly. So even though the Woodcock-Johnson 3 cognitive skill and achievement battery that was done at LearningRx did demonstrate some weak processing skills and short-term memory to a minimal degree, I was able to see that Elijah can think fast, but it depends how the activity is being presented to him many times. And I know it's hard in a classroom because teachers have all sorts of students with all different learning styles, all different abilities and tools in their tool belt. So sometimes it is hard to customize. But the curriculum-based assessment was done in a way that was fun, and Elijah, we used a stopwatch, and so he was able to time himself and try to beat his fastest speed, and he enjoyed that very much. I also administered an environmental assessment. I wanted to be able to see what are some of Elijah's interests and hobbies. As his mom, of course, I knew some of these answers already, but I wanted to hear from him what his favorite subjects are, what his least favorite subjects are. What does he like to do when he is at recess? What does he do when he's at home? Things like that. And so it was able to tell me, or what I determined from that, is that math is Elijah's least favorite subject. Social studies social studies was his least favorite subject. Math was his favorite subject, which I did not know. And so that was good to see. I also was able to see that Elijah is a visual, tactile, and kinesthetic learner. So he's often engaging in activities like a typical 7-year-old boy that are very active and movement oriented. And so I feel like those strengths that he has can be used to help him learn more effectively in the classroom. So that was good to see. The transition assessment was able to tell me, this was based all on Elijah's data and all of the information that he could tell me about himself, that he is able to see in his head. He is able to, he learns best when he can touch and manipulate and experience what is being taught. So it really told me about his learning modalities again and what instructional modifications that he finds most beneficial. He did say that if he's needing extra help in class, it is helpful for him if he can ask clarification questions to the teacher and ask for extra help. When preparing for or taking a test, he said that having a study guide is helpful for him. So those are things that the teacher actually already provides and have been beneficial for him.